did he wake up literally right before he went out for his flight, took off the mask and had the marks on his face? The dude is unwell. So in speaking about whether or not he can run in 2024, I don't think there's a question. He can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, he really can't.
Well, and I think your strongest case for the oxygen argument is that it almost looks like any moment he's not in front of people, he has to have something strapped to his face.
He's got IV marks on his hands at one point.
Yes, exactly.
And I'll stress this. They mentioned that, let me pull up the caption. His sleep apnea has been public knowledge since 2008. And he wasn't using a CPAP machine? Only now he is? I don't buy it.
No, also people who have sleep apnea wear it while they're sleeping, from what I understand, not while they're just sitting at their desk in their office.
Yes.
Well, this is a picture from him in the morning about to get on some plane. But the question is, did he just wake up? He's wearing a suit. How long did it take him to put that suit on? And how long would those markings stay on your face? I can't imagine they'd stay on his face that long.
His suit actually goes on like the Iron Man suit. You just stand him up and the stuff just gets thrown on him.
No, I mean, part of what's happening with Biden, I have always found it annoying that the mainstream media treats it like it's super normal that he spends basically all of his weekends at one of his 2 private residences, and that the White House made this big shot of being like, we're so transparent, here are the White House visitor logs, but we don't know who goes to his house in Delaware. You can make an argument, privacy, should he be allowed to, whatever, but it seemed clear to me, and again, this is my personal speculation, that he is receiving some kind of medical treatment when he goes home to Delaware on the weekends, because he was always, I mean, even if he wasn't full on sick, he's always been getting older. He was the oldest person elected president, and this has only continued to be true as he has aged. It seems like maybe things are getting worse. It's hard to tell, but it feels to me like we're getting more and more gaffes. Now we're seeing these markings. It's only a matter of time.
I mean, it's a good bet.
It's a good bet. And for me, I kept saying, when is he going to announce that he's running for re-election, because his press secretary seemed to be hesitant even when he was saying, yes, I will run.
Yep.
And I think that should tell you that the people around him don't think he should continue forward, even if he himself feels like there's no problem. And maybe he's not in a position to make that call.
No, I don't think he is.
Here was the other story from around the same time. They say President 80 says Putin is clearly losing the war in Iraq while clutching notes on Wagner uprising and yet another blunder. Yet another blunder. And look, in this story, you can see the marks on his face. Cheat sheet. This dude can't handle it, man. He never could handle it.
No, and at this point, too, it's really frustrating because I remember when they used to say Trump goes to Mar-a-Lago too much, or golfs too much, I should say, and they criticized DeSantis for being on potentially Ozempic, and RFK Jr.'s on testosterone, and so all the things that we should all be talking about with Biden, he gets a free pass. He gets a free pass to potentially be using drugs that keep him awake at day. He gets a free pass to not medically disclose to us what he's actually doing that's keeping him alive and somewhat sentient. He doesn't get criticized for going to Delaware every seeming weekend. He vacations more than any president we've had in the last 40 years. And he gets a free pass for all of it. So it's really frustrating because it just feels like we're all ignoring this massive elephant in the room. We're not, obviously, but a lot of the country is. And my greatest fear that would cause me to really be disappointed in our country in its current state would be that if he actually does run again and were to somehow get reelected, I think it would be a massive indictment of our country.